Today we will rebuild a famous game using AI coding agents and Byterover as a memory layer. But before building, let me show you the results of our video. First of all, we added tons of new features for our games. We add new abilities for our player, when you hit shift, our player runs faster. When you're under the table, you can slide under the table as well, to hide from the guards. And most interestingly, we added a tons of new voiceovers and monologues for player so that, the game is more interactive and more engaging. For example, when I loot a painting, there is a short description for each painting. And this one is very nice. And of course, when I get caught, there's also voiceover.
Well, that was embarrassing.
So a tons of new interactive features that make our game much more enjoyable to play. Let's talk about our game today. It is CatBurglar. It is a free game that I find on glitch.io. So it is some sort of like a stealth game where you have to collect items to win the levels, and you have to make sure that you don't get caught by the security guards or the cameras. So I'm in a game right now, and I can use my arrows to move around. I think it has a pretty interesting gameplay as well as for really beautiful assets. So right now I am in a shadow so the guard cannot see me, right? And I can move right or left to collect items. I can move up and move down the escalator. And the hardest thing about this game is that you have to make sure that you don't get caught. Oh, yeah, I'm getting caught. So that's the basic gameplay of CatBurglar. Pretty interesting game in my opinion. Okay, I have the entire project here, and just like what we did earlier, we can play the game in Go.engine. So the gameplay is completely the same when we were playing in the web. So now I can play it again here. So the same gameplay, the same assets that we had earlier. But of course, we want to make some improvements on the game. So here's what we're going to do here. As I said earlier, we're going to use coding agents and Byterover for this project. First of all, we're going to prepare some high quality memories for Byterover and for your coding agent. So there are three things that we're going to focus on. First of all, it's about adding new dialogues or adding new voices into your game to make it more enjoyable. Second of all, we're going to use coding agents and Byterover for game balancing. We want to make some tweaks to make our game maybe easier to play or make it more balanced. Next, we will have our codings using these memories when they're working with this project. And finally, after retrieving high quality memories from the project, it will start implementing the code. Finally, we will test our game to make sure that our implementations have been successful. This is the workflow that we will have in this video. So back to the memory preparation, we're going to have some high quality memories for our agents. And let me go to the memory store to show you the memories that I have prepared. Okay, here is the memory store that I have created for this project. So as you can see here, the name is games, which is our video here. And I have prepared some memories for my implementation. So first of all, as I said earlier, we're going to have some new dialogues and voices for our games. So I have created these memories for this feature. So for example, when my character has successfully finished the level, I want to have some voice or some dialogue. So when my character is looting items in the game, I also want to have some short voiceovers, or maybe I want to add new abilities like, I want my characters to be able to slide or sprint, because, right now it can only walk. So I want to add new capabilities for my character. Now when we go back to Claude Code, you can see that I have prepared a custom rule for this project. So beside the rules that we have for Byterover MCP server, I also add some rule that is customized for my game project so that Claude Code can retrieve the best memories and store the highest quality memory for my project. So we're going to implement the first changes to the game. I want to have some voiceovers for my character when they're interacting with the game, when they're looting a new product, when they're getting caught, and when they're exiting the level. So there are 3 things that we're going to have voiceovers for. So first of all, I will implement a voiceover for my character when it wins the game. So as you can see here, it has already used our memory tools to get the relevant memories for this implementation. So it is a voice-only memory that I have here, the exact memory that we're looking for from the memory store. Claude Code is able to retrieve them really efficiently. So after retrieving memories, it's generating a plan and starting implementing the codes. So I'll be back to see if the game has been completed. Okay, let's test the game. Now when I am looting a new product
One more for the
or
collection.
item, there's a voiceover for that. And when I'm getting caught,
I'm getting rusty.
there's
Should have
also a
stayed in the
voiceover,
shadows.
so very good. The final thing that I want to test is when I finish the level, if there is any voiceover. Let's test it out. Okay, I have collected 300 worth of items now. So the last thing that I need to do is, go back to the original place and exit the level. So I gotta be really careful not to be seen by these guards. Okay, maybe just wait a little bit here, and yeah, I'm rolling and go to the store. Okay,
Clean getaway.
okay, there's a voiceover when I finish the game, so it's pretty good for now. Let's move on to another feature that we're going to implement here. We're going to have some game balancing mechanics for our game, like the speed of the character, the physics, how aggressive will the guards be, or how tolerant the surveillance cameras are. Because the game is fun, but for trivial gamers like me, playing the first level can be a little bit overwhelming. So I want to make some tweaks to the game to make it more beginner friendly on the first level. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's go to our memory store, see what memories we have for this feature. So okay, you can see here we have some memories to make the game easier. We want the guards to be less aggressive, and we also want security cameras to be more tolerant. We don't want to get caught too soon when we are in the light. And we also want, on first level, we only have to collect 250 worth of items, not 300, to make it more beginner friendly. We will have our coding agent retrieve the memories from Byterover to get all of the information that we want to implement. Again, the first thing that it's going to do is retrieve our memories from the memory store, and then it's going to make changes to our code. So this part is very redundant, so I'm going to skip here, and when it's done, I'll come back to see the results. Okay, as you can see here, it's starting to make some changes to the game. You can see some changes here, the thinking from 0.5 second to 0.75 second to make the guards, think a little longer so that we have more time to hide. Also for the camera, and the requirement for looting is from 300 to 250. So it's making the game easier. You can see here when I run around, it's a little bit faster because I increase the speed.
Still fine.
So when now I go to the light,
That'll do.
it's a little bit hard to see, but the guard take longer time to catch us. So it's making the game easier for beginners. I forgot to tell you this. I've just added some monologues when the player steals the paintings, not just some random audios when it loots other items, but for painting specifically. When the player loots it, there is a short briefing for that painting, and of course there's voiceover, and you know that this painting is Starry Nights by Van Gogh. And not just Starry Nights, we also have Mona Lisa here, and I think there are other 2 paintings, but I'm just going to show you 2 here. Okay, so that's something new that I've added. Of course, I'm also using Byterover, to compose the memories and have my Claude Code restore it when implementing this feature. So the final feature that we're going to implement is adding new abilities for our character. So let's move on to the memory store to see in more detail. So the two new abilities that we're going to add is, first of all, sliding. Second of all, it is sprinting. It just means that our player will run faster when we're holding the button shift. So let's go on to Claude Code and implement this feature. So as I said earlier, the first ability is sprint. We're going to have our player run faster, and second thing is slide. When we're under the table or under the desk, we want to slide around, when we're trying to hide from the guards. So just to be clear, I'm going to say that you need to hold the letter shift for sprinting. Again, the first thing that Claude Code will do is retrieve memory from the agents. Okay, when it's finished, I'll test the new features. Okay, when I'm holding the shift and I run around, it's definitely much faster when I just run. So I think the sprinting new feature has been successfully implemented. Okay, now let's test out the sliding feature. When I'm under a table, I can also slide around, and I'm still under a table, so technically I am still under cover. So it's not like rolling when you're completely out in the light and guards can see you. When you're sliding in the table, you're still under cover, and it's very good when you're trying to approaching an item, and it is a really great place to make sure that you're still under cover. So when you go back to the memory store, you can see that we have accumulated a list of really comprehensive memories for our project. And later on, if I want to, build more complicated, more sophisticated features for a game, I can build up from this memory store. And it is just everything that I want to share in this video, how you can use coding agents and Byterover for your game project. Thanks for watching, and if you think this video is helpful, please also check out other videos in our channel.